Hello everyone, today I will present to you a guide on how to get the best rewards in the game, Mode Rambler. The best rewards are obtained when reaching the status of Living Legend. To achieve this, you must get roughly a minimum of 2.5 million score in overall rating. This guide will be mainly for those of you who have chosen a male character when starting the game, as there are in-game options exclusive to that. Firstly, in the initial stats page, it is very important to try and get the talent Bianjing Local, as it will greatly improve your odds of achieving a very high score. So try to re-roll your stats page until you get the talent. It is also very good to have a high starting stat in Wealth and Beauty, but they are optional if you only want to get best rewards. However, if you do not obtain the Bianjing Local talent, you can still follow this guide, as I will overshoot the requirement to get Living Legend, albeit you may be unlucky in certain choices you will make. Moving on, during the phase 0 to 18 years old, certain choices will be extremely impactful here, so it is important to pay close attention. The first option will always be to either choose between a sword or a skirt, but like I said earlier, you will choose the skirt, as you will want a lot of beauty later on. Afterwards, some random events may appear as your character grows older, but try to choose the option that seems to be the most passive, as you do not want to trigger a bad ending. Now, at 18 years old, you can finally begin your journey in Rambler. To begin, you will always try to go in the Try Your Luck category and choose the Play Mahjong option to try and get a large sum of money. If you are low on money, you will want to go in the category Roam Free and choose the option to gain the most money, which is $9,000 here, and can stop at $30,000. Here, I did a mistake by spending 1 stamina point on a bad action in Roam Free, as it only gave me low connections. But even with this mistake, it is possible to get Living Legend easily, as you will see. If you have not used all of your 5 daily stamina points, you can go and choose the Rise to Glory category. If you happen to be unlucky in wealth, you choose the Bubble Tea Shop option and spend money for each attempt until you reach around $300,000 or more. If your wealth is $300,000 or more, you will want to do the Shared Palanquin option in Rise to Glory by spending money for each attempt until you reach $1 million or more, which then you will move on to Song Entertainment Company and spend your beauty points for each attempt until you can no longer do so. This is because the beauty stat is not as impactful on the overall rating when playing as a male character in Rambler. But it is still very important, as it helps to save money, a more valuable stat. Afterward, keep spending money for each attempt for Song Entertainment Company. For each attempt in Rise to Glory, the game will present to you 2 options. Each one can either lead to a bad or positive result, so you can choose either one if you do not know which one is the best. However, some options give better positive outcomes, so choose the ones I chose here. Note that if you do not have the Bianjing Local talent, you may be unlucky here. I recommend to try to find a job after doing Rise to Glory, as you may gain more connections after doing it. The minimum requirement for each job offer is about 0, 11, 21, 31, 41, and 61, respectively. So remember to switch jobs when you can. After using all of your 5 daily stamina points, you can go in the Grow Wealth category and invest your money. If there are no rumors, you can start the market and wait after the first movement to see if one of the 2 graphs to go down in price change. When the price change is less or equal to -5%, invest all of your money in the graph that went down and wait patiently for the graph to go up. It is recommended to wait until you see a price change increase of about 10% or more before selling everything. But since this is very risky, you can simply sell as soon as the graph goes above your buying point. However, sometimes there will be rumors, so you will need to think about what might happen and predict accordingly. Like I did in the video later on day 1, it is recommended that you go purchase the most expensive house that you can obtain in Elite and sell it on day 2, as soon as the day begins, ideally before doing Rise to Glory. Here, I forgot to do so on day 2, but even with this mistake, you can get Living Legend, as you will see. You will want to keep this cycle until day 7, as you will want to have a house in your inventory by then. You will want to repeat this cycle of Try Your Luck, then spending 5 stamina points in Rise to Glory, then Grow Wealth, as seen in the video, until day 7, upon which you will want to make sure you purchased the most expensive house, horse carriage, and have a girlfriend/wife for maximum score. Finally, enjoy the rest of the run.